Observe. Close your eyes. To dust.
Defensive mode engaged.
Ooh. Sure. Here to see Odette? I just need to see your tickets for the preview. Perfect. Thank you. I'll hold on to your tickets. Come on in.
I think I'll leave the Lelic question until after the show's over. Then I'll go find Odette. Child said he was... Is there anyone here who looks like Atonia? Mr. Chuganov's back again by the looks of it. Oh, and is that Mitya? And that Fatui officer, Valer... Oh no. It looks like the show's starting and I...
Members of the audience, I'm a staff member here at the theater. Today's performance was a very special one for us, as it marks the first attempt in a long time to commemorate this occasion. We would love to...
All right, everyone, huddle in a little more.
Are you quite satisfied, Mr. Energy?
What are you talking about, Sarge? It wasn't the performance.
It was indeed a fine performance, but I must correct you.
Working hours and non-working hours are just a social construct. Human technology can never advance if we're too rigid in our thinking, Sarge.
May we leave?
Already? I mean, I was kinda Off we go then, Sarge. Back to the land of...
That has to be her. She's... Excuse me. Huh? Your brother's busy today, so I took his ticket.
Oh, okay.
What's wrong? Are you sick?
No, I'm fine.
Maybe she caught a cold on the way here because of the weather.
I haven't seen snow like this in a long, long time.
I know. It's completely white out there. You can barely see a thing. I've never seen such heavy snow in my life.
Let's wait it out for now. You'd be lucky not to freeze to death in this weather.
Well, look at that.
Let's wait and see.
Why do you need to take it so seriously? Fate has given us this wonderful chance to take a break. We owe it to ourselves.
Come to think of it, there's a small inn not far from here that always keeps... I know the route well. Shall I...
Sir, there's really no need to go to all that trouble.
Hey, it's no trouble at all.
What a kind gentleman. Very good. My wife and...
Don't worry about that. I made arrangements in advance. Should I not return to the Armory Palace, they will escort us back. You are one of our key military personnel, so any weather-related risks must be eliminated.
Operation Showtime? So, wait. Every single time you drag me back to work when I sneak out, it's a whole official operation? I gotta say, you've really turned this into quite a moral dilemma.
It's snowing pretty hard.
Sure. My brother might come pick me up in a bit anyway.
Time to get to work. I should head back.
Excuse me, are you looking for someone? Ah, a fan, I'm guessing? Today's just a dress. Sorry, but that area is currently off limits to everyone except...
Bad timing, I guess.
What happened to the gentleman who went to fetch the blankets? How has he still not returned?
I was thinking the same thing.
Whatever the reason for his delay, I must say I hate nothing more than people who make... well, I have...
You seem anxious, Mr.
It's been nearly 4 hours since I left the armor. They know how much I
Surely a snowstorm like this one counts as such.
Few things in this world can stop
Why don't you go out and take a look?
an absurd hypothesis. I have no intention of leaving your side.
This doesn't look like an ordinary that guy who left earlier. It looked like he just vanished.
A man-eating snowstorm? Come on. Night hasn't even...
Traveler, didn't know you were coming today. How come you... Oh, right. I assumed you were looking for me in Vodeniza. Whoa, that's quite a snowstorm out there. I've been working backstage this whole time, so I didn't even...
Is weather like this rare?
Yeah, snow like this. I'm sure I've seen it out in the wild before, but never in the city. Actually, I take that back.
If even Alosha thinks...
We can't stay cooped up here forever. Someone needs to go out and take a look. No need. I have plenty of it. Everyone by the door. Careful not...
Heading out, my man? Be careful.
Thanks for the advice. I am planning to be...
He's back! He's back! How was it?
Did you see any soldiers patrolling the...
Something about this storm isn't right. There's no one out there. This isn't your average snowstorm. I suspect it might be related to recent events in our nation. I strongly advise everyone to stay here until the snow dies down.
Are you serious? So all of us are trapped?
You want to go outside and see? I, for one, am not risking my neck in that weather.
This just turned from a minor delay into a major hassle.
We can only hope that our friend who went to fetch the blankets just ditched us and went home.
Is it really that bad? But my daughter...
Huh? What are you all still doing here? Whoa! So now we're on the bright side. The theater's always well stocked with supplies. If the snow still doesn't let up as we get into the evening, you can spend the night here, everyone. At least, I assume that's all right? Odette? Fine by me.
This seems like a sensible backup plan under the circumstances.
What are you staring outside and praying for, my man? You anxious to get home too?
Oh, Your Majesty the Tsari, this is a golden opportunity to spend the night on.
I think I've changed my mind. Sir, if you so much as look at us funny, you'll be seeing stars in a whole other way. Behave yourself, or you'll be begging for that blizzard.
It's getting colder. We need to keep the indoor temperature up. Close the door and lock it tight. Let's head somewhere warmer.
And then there's... because nothing horrifies them. Well, look at that.
And I am Chuganov, and
Are you really that famous? Oh, I'll have to ask...
This is...
Sarge, the day you learn... Why, hello, sir. I believe any friend of the theater's star performers is a friend of mine.
Greetings. Major Valeri, head of the special... I am here to ensure Mr. Mitya's
Mr. Traveler, I've racked my brains, but I can't think of...
So, Mr. Meat.
Yes, that's right. The higher up... Really? I can't even talk about that? Pretty... All right, I won't say anything.
I don't think it's ever been a... Hey, have you seen Chuganov?
I'm with you. This could be just the...
Yeah, I gotta figure out a way to coax...
For the Rokad, or just out of personal interest?
Shh! There are other people around... Shh! There are... Shh!
I have to say...
I couldn't agree. Do you think we were coming...
What about you? What did you think of today's performance? Really? I'll make sure to save a ticket for you.
This doesn't...
So unfair. Talk about double standards.
And now it looks like I've been... You know Mitya too?
No, I don't. I just...
How are you feeling, Tonya?
I'm fine. Sorry to...
Child must take great care of his sick...
You know, I actually find this whole thing stuck in a strange place thanks to a snowstorm. Exactly. It's like one of those stories where an ordinary school trip... I'm fine, really. Just got a little overexcited.
Look after yourself. Otherwise, your brother will come after me.
My husband has major trust issues.
That's the price of marrying into wealth. You'll get used... hello?
How's it looking, Alosh?
No change from this afternoon?
May I have your... We at the theater, in a few short moments, will give you a...
I'll pass on sleeping on the stage.
a drama about sleeping.
Not bad.
Anyone who doesn't wish to sleep on the...
I guess I'll call it a night. Though I feel like I won't sleep very... I'm sure she'll be worried that I wonder if she's feeling any better.
finally. Welcome back to the world of the living, lazy bones. I was about to wake you. The black mist is almost on us. Still waking up, huh? You know, the black mist. It's been chasing us from below. Come on, let's keep heading up. Onwards and upwards is the only way to survive. Don't listen to a...
Here we go again.
What's going on?
The Black Mist cultists believe that being swallowed by the Black Mist leads to everlasting peace. But if you ask me, they're just lying to themselves. We're the only heretics left, the only ones who refuse to give in. We have to keep going.
But how do you actually know that they're wrong?
Dangerous question there, Torgov. The moment your faith wavers, you start a chain reaction that ends in the collapse of your will. Put the question out of your mind. Stay strong and believe that the Black Mist means certain death.
Okay, but it's not my mind that's the problem. My body's about to give up on me. It's already starting to falter.
I can't do this anymore.
All this will pass eventually.
You accuse the Black Mist.
The cult of the Black Mist has poisoned your mind, Sobolova.
I am.
As much as...
Then I bid you both farewell. Fate always appears so impossible. Their fate was sealed from... Torgov and Sobolova are gone. I never thought the day would come. Yes, this happens from time to time. Well, huh?
What is it, Chuganov?
Is it morning already? Sounds like it's...
Don't look, Miss Tonya.
What happened to them?
These two people have passed away. And the strange thing is that somehow... have I seen this moment?
Let me take a look. No vital signs in either of them. They're dead. The cause of death, however, remains unclear. No wounds on...
But just last night, they were chatting and joking.
Could they have had pre-existing medical conditions?
It's hard to believe that they died of natural. Who was the first to discover the bodies?
It was me. But these deaths have nothing to do with me, officer. Then I noticed that the door to this room was open, and it looked like there was a man and woman inside.
I can corroborate this. I was doing my morning exercises near the stage. When I saw Mr. Chuganov heading this way, I followed him. I can also confirm that I didn't see a single person approach that room before him.
The snowstorm was raging all night, and it's still going now. There's no way someone could have come in from outside, correct?
You mean an intruder? No, not possible. I slept by the door last night as a precaution. There's no way I wouldn't have noticed if anyone had tried to open it.
Everyone, split into pairs and search the theater for anyone in hiding, or any signs of suspicious activity. I'll follow up with a full search of my own shortly. Go, there is no time to waste.
Nothing on your end either? Backstage is clear.
We checked the basement. Also clear.
Are we certain that the theater doesn't have a back door? Or any tunnel or passageway wide enough for a person to fit through?
No, there's nothing like that. I also checked the windows.
It sounds like we can safely rule out the intruder.
This can only mean one thing. It's like one of those murder mysteries you see in novels.
We can't quite jump to that conclusion just yet.
Could he be right? Set in a theater during a snowstorm. A murder...
Looking at who the killer targeted, it all...
What is? What have you figured out?
Both victims were such ruthless...
Lelik?
You mean Lelik is among us? And he's the killer?
Lelik. Walk me through your reasoning, Mr. Chuganov. What do you know about Lelik?
What now, huh? What now, Lelik? What more do you want from me? I already voted against Project Stuja at the Snezhno Gradvecha. You snuck into my house the other day while I was asleep, left a threatening letter, and I did all that you asked. But Project Stuja cannot be so easily shaken. Not with the rooster in charge.
So he really was threatened by Lelik. That makes sense.
And now you're resorting to murder to threaten me. Isn't that right? I knew it. The Rokot despises the rich. The lives of the wealthy are but refuse in your eyes. Show yourself! Which one of you is Lelik, Tell me! I'll do whatever you want! Just stop playing these mind games!
Was this really Lelik's doing? Would Odette really do something like this? If Odette really is Lelik, this seems out of character. But then again, how well do I really know her? I'm probably the only one here with a compelling theory about Lelik's true identity. But if I reveal it now, I'll be putting Odette in the line of fire. What should I do?
I don't think it's likely that Lelik killed anyone. At least from the stories I've heard, he's never killed anyone before. And his name has never come up in connection with any murder cases. Besides, even if Lelik did want to threaten you, why resort to such an extreme and roundabout method? It's not his style at all.
Vodyanitsa doesn't know that Lelik might be Odette, but her assessment is pretty much identical to mine.
Miss Vodyanitsa, why do you suddenly feel the need to speak in Lelik's defense?
Defense? Oh, no, it's just... I'm worried that we're jumping to conclusions here, so I wanted to share my point of view. Also, I don't think the Rokot is as bad as you're making it out to be.
Well, if you think I'm so wrong, what's your theory then, Why don't you tell us who the killer is?
The case is still evolving, Mr. Chuganov. Please do not prevent others from expressing their opinions so early on in the discussion.
Even so, there's no denying that the recent threat received by Mr. Chuganov may well be an important clue.
So there's still a good chance that Lelik is right here among us. I can't do this anymore. I don't care if it's still snowing outside. I have to get out of here.
Whoa, take a beat. We all know it's far too dangerous out there. Even the soldiers couldn't get to us. Go out that door, and you might not live to tell the tale. And whoever this Lelik is, they're surely not going to murder anyone in broad daylight. Be sensible, my man. You're safer inside.
As much as I regret having to say this, I'd like everyone to cooperate and refrain from exiting the premises until further notice. Because as things stand, every one of us is now a suspect. Unless anyone has further information to share, let's adjourn for now. Feel free to keep searching for clues, but make sure you don't go off alone.
You're right, that was my bad. It was a knee-jerk reaction. I didn't think it through. Luckily, no one suspected my identity. Oh, phew. It's just you. I thought someone was eavesdropping.
Since Vodyanitsa and I were on the same page earlier, I think I should share my thoughts with the Rokot members first.
Whoa. Are you serious? I don't know if this counts as gossip, but it's definitely on track to be the juiciest this whole year. Odette? Really? Odette? Oh god, how dumb does this make me look? Lelek has been right under my nose this whole time, and I didn't notice a thing.
Actually, it's exactly what you'd expect. Sometimes, hiding in plain sight is the best strategy.
And now that you mention it, the more I think about it, the more sense it seems to make. It all adds up. What are we up to now? 1, 2... Odette's identities. She's my coworker, specifically a ballerina, and also a Fatous, a member of the Rokot. Now, Lelek. It must be so exhausting. I just want to give her a hug. I guess since I've always known her as a member of the Fatui, it never even crossed my mind that she could be involved with the Rokot, let alone be Lelek. I don't understand. If she's with the Fatui, what reason could she have for being so opposed to Project Stuja?
Probably best if you ask her that in person.
Well, since you waited until now to bring this up instead... Yeah. Lelek may not follow orders from the Rokot leadership, but as far as I'm concerned, she's never crossed the line. If anything, her actions benefit the poor. We need to confront her face to face.
Do you think she'd really admit to being Lelek?
I don't know. We'll have to see how it goes. For now, we'll work on the assumption that she didn't kill anyone, and see how much she's willing to tell us. Now's our chance. Odette's alone. Let's go. Hey, Odette.
What is it, you guys?
Shh. Keep your voice down. We need to talk. So, you're Lelek, aren't you? All right, fine. You don't have to say anything or explain yourself. Just hear me out first. None of us believes you'd kill innocent people. Whoever murdered those 2 people last night, it wasn't you. The Traveler was the first to figure out your identity, but he kept quiet during the discussion just now. Still, it's clear where the group consensus is heading. Everyone believes Lelek is the culprit. If your identity is exposed, you'll be in a really bad spot. We're your colleagues, and we know what kind of person you are. I don't want anything bad to happen to you. So, can you clue us in? Tell us everything. The more we know, the more easily we'll be able to cover for you.
All right. Yes, I'm Lelek. And no, I'm not the murderer. And thanks, but I don't need you to cover for me. Actually, I'm planning to reveal my identity.
Huh? You're gonna reveal that you're Lelek? Here?
That's right. I'll admit I was surprised at first when Chuganov guessed that I was here. It was just a lucky guess, but it caught me off guard. But after taking some time to assess the situation and confirm where everyone stands, I don't believe I have anything to worry about.
Are you sure you don't need a second opinion? Given the circumstances...
Mr. Valeri!
What?!
So... Odette is Lelek?
I don't know what game you're playing, but you've got a lot of nerve.
It's just one identity. So what if it's exposed? I can disappear and adopt a new identity anytime I please. I made my peace with this when I chose to become Lelek. But more importantly, I promise I am not the murderer, which means that someone else is. So, if anyone still insists that I did this, you'd best produce the evidence now. Otherwise, I suggest that you bite your tongue. Because if you really believe I killed 2 people without making a sound or leaving a trace,
Pointing fingers at me would surely only make you my next target.
Is this really the truth, Miss Odette?
That's confidence, all right. I believe you.
A real no-nonsense attitude. I can see why Marionette said that she's on track to inherit the title of the Fair Lady.
Are you seriously buying this? Hey, officer! She just admitted to being Lelik. Aren't you going to do something about this?
I do have one question, Miss Odette. Why have you chosen this moment to come forward and reveal your identity?
If I didn't say anything, everyone would be focusing all their efforts on finding Lelik. And that is exactly what the real culprit wants. I don't want to be the scapegoat who lets the murderer get away with this crime.
Despite all the accusations, she made the smart choice.
She thought so far ahead. Ugh, why do I always feel like I'm one step behind her in everything?
You've convinced me. Dealing with the murder case remains the top priority right now. Let's put the name Lelik and all related incidents aside until further notice. Nevertheless, the group still considers you the prime suspect. I assume you have no quarrel with that, Miss Odette?
I understand. You're welcome to keep an eye on me around the clock. I have no objections.
Mr. Chuganov?
For my wife and daughter's sake, I'll let you off the hook for now. But don't think you're forgiven for breaking into my house and threatening me. Just wait till we get out of here, Lelik. We'll settle the score then.
Good work, Lelik guard team. And Lelik, too. Here, have some hot water.
Shouldn't you be facing my way
If the true culprit is indeed still at large, as you have claimed, we must keep our guard up against them also.
Don't worry, Tonya. We'll get through this. Once the snow stops, the officials will step in. The investigation will get easier, and then we'll be safe.
But once the snow stops, won't everyone just leave?
You're gonna miss us, huh? Well, some of us work at the theater, so we'll still be here. I'll even give you a special backstage pass.
Really, Miss Vodyanitsa? That's awesome! You've made a fan for life.
Aw, you're so cute, Tonya. All right, let's swear to it. I promise to give you the pass, and you promise to never change your mind about being my fan.
Promise.
Don't indulge her, Tonya. You don't have to swear an oath over things like that.
You really do get carried away sometimes, don't you, Miss Vodyanitsa?
Hey, mind your own business.
Don't be nervous, Miss Wa-
Excuse me? Do I? Oh. Wait, but how? Okay, plenty of people know that I'm a water imp, but still. How come you understand our primary mode of expression?
Primary mode of expression. I've not come across that concept before. Do enlighten me, Vodyanitsa.
Well, it's the emotions.
I'm impressed, Shram. I didn't take you for a man of culture, but you're clearly rather learned.
It's not about being cultured or not. The thing is, this mode of expression can usually only be understood by other water imps. It's not a simple case of a song sounding happy or sad. And yet, you're clearly human, Mr. Shram.
It's really not the big deal you're making it out to be. I think I just have a knack for it. Plus, I have a very close friend who's a water imp. A delightful lady. but keep that a secret. Anyway, we spent some...
Oh, I guess that makes sense. Still, the fact that you have a water imp friend is even more surprising. I'd better watch what I'm singing when I'm around you from now on.
Hey, what are you implying? You're not secretly insulting the audience in your songs, are you?
Heavens, why would I do a thing like that?
It's getting late. We should discuss our sleeping arrangements for tonight. It's a guard against the killer. Someone needs to keep watch.
I suggest that we don't sleep in separate quarters tonight. It will be safer if we all stayed together.
As long as someone keeps an eye on Lelik, I'm quite sure we won't have any trouble.
Are you saying that you wish to bet your life on Miss Odette being the killer? Then I propose the following arrangement.
An excellent idea. This allows us to handle the night watch while also keeping an eye on Lelik. Meanwhile, the rule of taking shifts in pairs resolves the other issue. Namely that we can't necessarily trust the Traveler or Valeri either. I expect that plan took you quite some time to come up with, didn't it?
Actually, our field combat manual outlines a similar approach. Although the scenario there involves guarding prisoners overnight during field operations. That being said, I must clarify that I harbor no disrespect towards you personally, Miss Odette. In fact, Lelik's numerous covert operations make fine textbook examples for military agents.
I care less about respect and more about the fact that you just robbed me of 2/3 of my sleep tonight. I'm calling dibs on being the first to rest. Good night.
It's almost time. We should wake Odette. How are you faring? Oh, not going to argue with that. I'll take a quick...
It's finally time for Odette and I to share the night watch. I should... I came here to get information from her in the first place. Maybe I should think...
How long are you gonna keep staring at me? Couldn't sleep. My mind's been running haywire. Plus, there's something I've been meaning to talk to you. I had a hunch that you wanted a conversation, too. Let's take this chance to clear the air. I just had a simple question for you, really. It's, Rosaline. In her final moments, did she have any last words or anything? I see. Well, that was all. I have no other question. No. She was utterly ruthless in pursuing her goals. That kind of person should be hard to miss. And yet, even though I never approved of her methods, and she was an abrasive person, the fact remains that I am indebted to her. Oh, she told you. I guess that makes sense. I think she and Rosaline were on pretty good terms. Yes. Rosaline wasn't the kind to gossip about this sort of thing. Not that it's any huge secret to me, though. When I was a child, I had to join the Fatui for the sake of my mother and me. I trained under Rosaline. It was extremely grueling, and it didn't exactly come naturally to me. All I could do was try to ignore the biting cold and practice. I was a newcomer who'd managed to make a good first impression on a harbinger. There was pressure to live up to her expectations, to be worthy of the fair lady's reputation. Every day was a struggle against the cold, pain, and fatigue. And most nights, I struggled to fall asleep. After enduring all that, I've become almost immune to the sensation of pain. I suppose that was the cost of survival. Surely, any child who had to experience so, I put an equal amount of effort into my ballet. Because in my young mind, that was the only way to defy my fate. It was my way of telling her, the Fatui's demands and your expectations of me are not what I wish for. One day, I will leave. I think she probably blamed my poor performance in training on my passion for ballet. She knew my heart wasn't in it. One time, when I was secretly practicing a dance at night, she suddenly showed up. I knew she was there to catch me red-handed. I told her, "You don't deserve to watch the dance I learned from my mother." She looked stunned. I guess she was surprised that I lashed out first, before she had the chance. But strangely enough, on that occasion, she wasn't fierce with me like she was during training. Instead, she fell silent for a moment, and then left. After that, she never interfered with my dancing or asked me how it was going. She was. But even now, whenever I take out this core Ignis, I can't help but think of that night. Of the look on her, sort of. Although gift might be too kind a term. This is her flame sealed within ice. A symbol of her favor, yes, but also her way of keeping an eye on people. She knew the location of every piece of core Ignis. If any recipient started acting suspiciously, she'd be on to them immediately. Trust her to make even a mark of approval feel suffocating. So, when news of Rosaline's death reached Snezhnaya, many people immediately crushed their core Ignis. It gave them a profound sense of relief, like they'd broken free from her shackles. But I kept mine. With my sensitivity to pain being as dull as it is, the warmth from this core Ignis is one of the few things I can still feel clearly. I still wonder, did she really come to stop me that night? I wasn't sure, but I was scared, so I said some really awful things. I guess she didn't leave anything behind. Not that I expected her to. It's fine. It's just a bit of a shame that we couldn't settle our differences before the end. She did. Are you sure she was talking about this event? Huh. No, she didn't. I didn't even find out that she'd gone to Mondstadt until a while after she'd left. Wait, in that case... Okay, I will. Thanks for letting me know.
There's something I'm trying to figure out. I'm beginning to suspect that Paimon's mystery illness is being caused by the energy research behind Project Stuja. Paimon's very important to me, so I have to get to the bottom of this. I figured that since you're Lelik, you might know something about all this.
The ultimate goal of this energy experiment is to create a weapon for the final battle. The weapon's construction was completed in Nodkrai, yes. The weapon's development and all the related experiments are overseen by Lord Piero, the Jester, and the lab is located deep within the Armory Palace. I'm not sure why this experiment would be making Paimon feel unwell, though. The best way to get to the bottom of it would be to go there in person. Once we get out of here, I'll help you apply for an entry, and I'm hardly the organization's proudest member, as you know. You answered my question about Rosaline. I want to do you a favor in return. It's that simple.
What's wrong? Are you not feeling well?
You two seem to be hitting it off.
I thought you were sleeping.
Of course I was. In the military, one learns to fall asleep quickly, even in the most inhospitable environments. It's vital.
Even if he was awake, he can't have overheard us, right?
Well, thank you both for keeping watch. Traveler, I'll take over for now. It's your turn to get some sleep.
Sure. This is our second night here, but at least I found out a little more about Paimon's condition. I hope she's been sleeping well the past couple of days. Why do I feel like I'm being watched? Seriously? Is this payback for when I stared at her earlier? But I thought she was asleep. Never mind. I'd better try and get some sleep myself.
Hey, what are you spacing out for? Are you reaching your limit too?
How long have we been walking for? Do you remember?
Time's lost all meaning. Ever since we noticed that thing above our heads. What was it called again?
A star key? Or key star? Anyway, the person who named it was swallowed by the black mist.
Whatever it's called, ever since we noticed it, we've been walking up and up, hoping that as long as we reach it, we can find a way out of this place. But it seems like no matter how far we walk, we never get any closer.
Well, we've come this far. You never know. Maybe we're almost there? Come on, enough moping. Let's go. The black mist is catching up.
Monsters! Watch out!
Not again! I've lost count of how many times we run into them. Careful!
Storm!
Here they come again! Get ready!
Monsters ahead of us? The black mist behind us? It feels like there's no escape.
Run faster. And cake!
Are you hurt, Coop?
No. Yeah. Otherwise, why would it always...
We know you...
Thank you. You're going to continue.
It's not an illusion. We really are getting closer to the star.
Congratulations. You're the first person to make... I'm the star's envoy. The black mist has stopped rising. This is a good opportunity. I'll let you get some rest before we continue. What do you mean, leave? Congratulations on reaching the starting point. Once you are ready, we will head out and walk upwards. I will be right by... Huh? What's wrong? Hey, don't...
Rampana! Rampana!
Is that... vote...
Coolish, wake up! Please!
The situation is identical.
At least there are some elements that we can...
Rampana.
Weren't some of us keeping watch
I'm as confused as you are.
Likewise, and from what I've observed...
To be honest, I heard the Traveler and Lelik chatting, but
Then, what could possibly be causing this? Once was bad enough. I can't believe it happened again. I worked closely with Rampana and Coolish for so long. I never imagined that one day they'd...
4 victims in just 2 days. And I need to get to the bottom of this as soon as possible. And above all, keep Tonya safe. I'd never be able to look Child in the eye.
Still snowing?
Yes, I just checked. Still no sign of anyone outside either.
So we only have...
if you ask me, this killer can clearly strike whenever they please. The Night Watch was a useless endeavor from the start. Lelik must be an expert in poisoning. Clearly she used some poison that can't be detected on the corpse.
Here we go again.
Listen, I was already thinking to myself last night, was Lelik's reason for revealing her identity the real story? Well, now I have my answer. It most certainly was not. She's been playing us for fools. You get off on this, don't you? Revealing your identity, only to...
That's a hideous thought.
How dare you!
That's enough! Yesterday, you named Lelik as a suspect because the victims were both wealthy merchants. Lelik might have had a motive then, but today's victims were just ordinary people. Not to mention that they were...
Who knows? Lelik is well known to be...
Everything you've said so far is still just conjecture, which doesn't constitute a concrete lead. You need to back up your claims with some evidence.
How can you defend her, officer? What did she say to you while you were on Night Watch? Maybe I shouldn't be so surprised. You military types are always colluding with criminals to target the rich. All so you can get your grubby paws on our hard-earned fortunes, then tell us to fall in line. The Fatui, the Druzhna, and the Rokot. Thugs, the lot of you! Don't you dare!
Sir, but... you were the one who told us not to stop other people from expressing their opinions yesterday. 4 people have already died. Only yesterday I was turning against one another.
Little girl.
Even if Mr. Chuganov is a puffed-up, pig-headed windbag who doesn't have a clue what he's talking about, he's still one of the victims here, isn't he?
I had no intention of resorting to violence. But you're right, Miss Tonya. I ought not prevent him from speaking his mind. In any case, I believe Mr. Chuganov has calmed down a little now. We may resume our discussion.
I don't think there's any need for that. What is there to discuss? Nothing about this situation is normal.
Did you have an idea, Mitya? You're the brainiac here.
I've been mulling something over. All the leads we have so far concern things from outside the theater. Miss Odette's alter ego, the threats Mr. Chuganov received. But then there's the 2 double murder crime scenes themselves, which have given us absolutely nothing to go on whatsoever. That's highly unusual. Even with the most careful killers, there's always some evidence left behind.
So what are you suggesting?
I think this could be a supernatural event. It isn't characteristic of human-on-human homicide.
Correct me if I...
I got into...
Now that you met Haunted?
Yeah,
Well, this has taken an unexpected turn. A haunted theater? If Paimon were here, she'd probably be hiding behind me in fear right now.
Why don't we take this opportunity to look...
Very well. Whether it's criminals or ghosts, we're...
Tonya, did you find anything?
Not yet.
This looks like... some...
Well, alright.
Huh. This...
Maybe it's because her water imp parents belong to the aristocracy, who were driven out of... We're sorry! It's fine. My fault for not storing it Alright, give me my note.
Valeri, come take...
Some sort of notebook.
It's the on-duty... He mostly used it to record any... Yes, he'd always have this logbook with him.
This should confirm a lot of key details about the recent...
Yes. Apparently...
Are we certain that log...
Unlikely. Not to mention that this...
We no longer...
Unfortunately not. The theater recycles tickets.
Did an extra person...
Ah, Traveler. Since
Alosha found it.
An investigation report, huh?
the theater manager must have hired an investigator.
Presumably, the manager wanted to know if... Anyway, the bottom line...
Leyline problems are pretty unacceptable. It's hard to imagine...
Some of the language that appears at the very end of the report caught my eye. My area of research... huh? A piece of paper just fell out from the report. It landed right by your feet. How on earth death is near? But if so, how did the...
Maybe things are more complicated.
No, wait a second. If we take the report and the note at face value, the report definitively concludes that the hauntings in the theater are harmless and cannot affect the... The question is, what exactly does the note mean by death? If we take all this...
Oh, I beg to Good. Okay, now... So... That... I'll share my... If the killer had I expect he or...
What about the note?
The killer may have
So, it...
This theory makes sense.
Could it really...
So, in other...
It's true. Probably. Guess...
Especially after the...
I got my ticket from Child. It was all above board and my ticket was checked at the entrance, so there's no way it's me. I don't believe any of us here... Mr. Shram, did...
Huh? Me? What?
It's not that you stand out as suspicious.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, I have no doubt that you're a good person. But the problem is, none of us, although actually, what was it you said last night? Yeah, you're friends with that water imp. But last time I checked, there were barely any of us remaining in Snezhnaya, since most of the water imps left. Could you tell me a little bit more about your friend? There's a good chance I actually... And I suppose it's also kind of a way for everyone else to get to know you a little better.
Good grief. Are you blushing? Pull yourself together, man. Stop giggling like a teenage boy. It's revolting.
hey, revolting is a little strong. All right, fine. I'll admit it. That water imp, I was just the bodyguard hired by our family. But the stars must have aligned, because...
We don't need details. Just get to the point.
Okay. I'm just a little hesitant to reveal her name, that's all. You know how it is. These are delicate, even with me to protect her.
Really? Wait, no. That can't be.
Huh? Shram, what the devil are you talking about?
Delicate times? Factions?
Yes? You know, the Civil War? Last time I checked, the Fae and the humans were still at each other's throats.
If I'm not mistaken...
What do you mean, 400 years ago?
What's going on here? Is Shram from the past?
All right, Mr. Mitya.
I'm just as amazed as you are. I didn't even...
Is someone going to explain?
From the look on your face, you figured it out too, haven't you, Traveler?
No. The truth... That seems to be the case. Vodyanitsa's private letter... The theater's ley lines. Mr. Shram's statement proves he is from hundreds of years ago. And according to the investigation... I don't... For some unknown yeah. That must be the immediate reason why the ticket count doesn't match the number of people present. All of last night, Lelik, that is. Odette was... The death of those victims. The contents of the investigation report have been verified. There are indeed ley line issues and wandering souls in the theater. Death likely symbolizes the deceased. Mr. Shram, for instance. Death is near. That must mean that there's a dead person in our midst. That's the truth, isn't it?
Yeah, the logic is clear. Mr. Shram must be one such soul who died in the theater a long time ago. In which case, that also makes him our extra person. So when the note said death is near, it must have been referring to death as in the deceased.
Someone who died a long time ago.
In short, there's a dead person among us. The extra person we've been searching for is a ghost from the past.
You mean I'm a ghost? No. Don't make jokes like that, my man. But even if I was dead, I know for a fact I didn't kill anyone these past 2 nights.
Yeah. Even if all that's true, The report also said the souls inside the theater can't affect reality, right? They're harmless.
Then what if the problem isn't the souls at all, but the ley lines themselves? The ley lines have a powerful ability to attract and devour souls. Let's say that the ley lines are like a black hole, constantly seeking to engulf souls. But the souls that don't want to return are trying to
Why does this analogy sound so familiar?
What happens when the black hole can't achieve its...
That could explain why.
It does seem to explain a lot of the things we couldn't make sense of. Does that mean it's true?
Except there's no concrete evidence. Mitya's relying on a lot of logical leaps. Still, it seems like the best...
All right.
On the contrary.
You know what? I'm trying to remember. I was the one who didn't want to Well, my lady and I snuck out to go on a date one day. All of a sudden, a group of people burst into the theater, shouting for all the water imps to get out. Performers and audience members included. It was clear the conflict between humans and Fae had reached a boiling point. This time, the extremists were even coming after the water imps who had nothing to do with the... I thought I could pull one over on them. So I took off my jacket, draped it over my lady, and tried to sneak out amid the chaos. But I got caught. They started shouting, calling me a... But I was going to do whatever it took to buy her a chance to escape. No matter how many people stood in my way. I had to. Both as their bodyguard. And out of love.
It's all right, friend. You can stop there if you want.
It's just... Even now, I'm still struggling to accept the truth. How could I... If I'd known I was a dead man walking, I wouldn't have dragged you down with me. If I'm the cause of all this death, then punish me however you see fit.
But...
No. I refuse to be a burden. I know what I have to do. I guess it's high time I got a breath of fresh air. Out there, I mean.
Mr. Schramm, I'm sure we...
My good sir.
No. I'm speaking on a personal level this time.
Let it go, man. Oh, wait. One last thing. Miss Waterimp. My lover.
Ozarova. Oh, Auntie Ozarova. That's what...
I'm so glad she survived. As long as she went on to be happy. There's no need to see me off, my friends. I've enjoyed our time to...
Take care.
I knew Mr. Schramm was our...
Death is cruel. No.
So, was the conflict even a historical... All people know is...
It seems to me like the Sarit... That's also why, despite how brutal the conflict was at the time, there hasn't...
So, the Tsaritsa banished the Fae to protect the Fae living in the city? She offered...
Maybe it's not...
all this time...
All right. If Mitya's theory is correct...
Ugh, if only this blasted storm wasn't still raging on.
Looks like now we can just rest until the snowstorm stops. I still can't believe Schramm turned out to be a ghost who'd been in the theater for hundreds of years.
Knock, knock.
Huh?
Knock, knock.
You know the door isn't closed, right?
Think of it as a signal then. When I'm entering someone else's room and I knock, I'm here as Odette. If I don't knock, it's Lelik. Thanks.
So, why did you come to find me?
Vodyanitsa said you knew about my secret identity from the start. But when everyone was discussing who Lelik could be, you were worried that revealing what you knew would be unfair to me, so you kept it to yourself, right? Yes, I'm extremely grateful for that.
It's nothing. I mean, you didn't hold what happened with Senora against me, so I should thank you for that as well.
Actually, there's something else as well. I found myself in a situation similar to the one you were in when you helped conceal my identity. So I thought I'd come and ask you for advice. It's about Mitya. Before all of this, the last time I saw him, he was dead. As I'm sure you know, my goal as Lelik was to stop Project Stuja. Well, when I found out the tech lead for the experiment behind Project Stuja was Mitya, I immediately started planning to track him down and threaten him to back out. I often saw him around the theater, but I soon concluded that making my move there would risk exposing my identity. So I decided to infiltrate the Armory Palace and go directly to his lab. That way, the threat would be much more effective. Well, I suppose there was a bit of luck involved, but I am a Fatus, so I already had some familiarity with the building's layout. But when I finally made it to his lab, Mitya seemed to be dead. I checked his breathing and his pulse. He had no vital signs whatsoever. I'm certain of that. I thought maybe another anti-Project Stuja activist had beaten me to it, and chosen a much more brutal method, so I made myself scarce.
That's why you were so on guard around Mitya that first night here.
Yes. When I saw him sitting in the audience during the performance, I could barely contain the shock. To me, it was a miracle. Somehow, he'd come back from the dead. But then, the murder started happening and things got so complicated that it wasn't really at the front of my mind. That is, until Mitya himself said there must be a dead person among us. Then I couldn't ignore it any longer.
And yet, you thought that bringing it up right away would single Mitya out. Just like when everyone was suspecting Lelik.
Exactly. I thought there could be something I was missing. Besides, we soon figured out that Mr. Schramm was a ghost.
But now, I understand why you kept it to yourself.
So, what do you...
Let me confirm one thing first. When was it that you found Mitya dead?
Around a week ago. Sometime in the afternoon.
A week ago? That's earlier than I thought. I saw him just a few days ago at a restaurant. That definitely would have been after you found him dead. He seemed completely normal to me, chatting with Vodyanitsa, trying to avoid Valeri.
So he was definitely alive on that day. Huh. Well, all I can say is I know what I saw.
Here's a thought. The reason we even suspected a dead, but Mitya's death happened inside the Armory Palace. The ley lines affecting the theater shouldn't reach that far.
You're right.
I think the chances of it being him are very low. Surely he can't have died for real in the Armory Palace. Unless...
Unless what?
Unless he really did come back from the dead.
You're right.
Huh, what's this? A private meet and greet? Where do I line up?
That's not what's...
Well, I was just making the rounds. Thought I'd try to lighten the mood a bit. Vodyanitsa's handing out food if you're hungry.
What is going on with this storm? Could it be...
I almost hope it.
Do you think people...
Death itself is cold.
Well, I'm thinking back on it. Once we get out of here,
Are you okay?
Look who's Mr. Nice Guy all of a sudden. Is it because Tonya stood up for you this morning? At least you know how to return a favor.
Yeah, without Tonya, who knows how badly he would have been hurt.
I told you already, I never intended to resort to
Bunch of rascals. Little girl?
Oh,
I've been so kind, especially when... All right. Are you taking it?
Yeah.
I see.
We should probably however,
shouldn't...
no need.
What a long day. This whole situation turned out to be way more. But Valeri's right. I should just try to calm down.
He's awake.
If you must call me something, call me Mr. Door.
Are you all right? He just seemed to come out of nowhere. Not much of a talker, but what a... Curses! Mr. Door, I don't believe I've ever seen you around here before. Why is that?
There's no need to try to get to know me. I'm just Mr. Door. I have to find the...
Mr. Door! Looking for trouble! Get rid of them!
I can just push these ones off.
Well, anyway, we're lucky to have you here. Thanks for saving us earlier.
No need to thank me. This is where my duty lies.
So we're doing this.
Taste my fist.
Condense! You win this.
Remarkable work, Mr. Door. If I had your muscles, I'd do the same. Are none of these doors the one you're looking for?
No.
By my command.
Fighting Frog! Cryo Sword!
Impossible.
Encase!
Impossible.
I'm so... Wait, look! There's more monsters down... No, no! Mr. Door, what are you doing? We need to get out of here. They're coming!
Found it. This is...
What?
I am a door. This is where my duty lies.
No! You saved us. We can't leave...
You must keep going.
But... Oh, you're right. The black mist isn't moving anymore. Surely I wasn't Oh, okay. Getting sleepy?
What time is it? I guess everyone's still asleep? Valeri?
Wake up! Everyone needs...
Just like the last 2 nights. No clear cause of death. I've been but for me, life will be all the duller for not having to run away from you, my friend.
How's Tonya?
I just checked on her, and it doesn't seem like anything serious. She's just exhausted from the past couple of days, and she's still recovering from her illness. We should let her sleep a bit longer.
That means Valeri was the only one who died last night.
If Valeri was awake and keeping watch, it would have been impossible to kill him without waking everyone else up. That much is certain.
This is so frustrating. Why has nothing changed since yesterday? I thought we already dealt with the dead.
Actually, one thing has changed. There's only one victim this time, not two. Does that mean...
Can a death at night No similar cases. After the deceased, it's a reasonable... The number of people who die each night is equivalent to the number of dead among us. That's your theory, right?
Exactly. We identified Mr. Schramm, and the night, by that logic...
Another one? But...
Having an extra person was...
One more dead person among us. If Mitya's theory is right, then what Odette told me seems a lot more relevant. It's just, at the time, we had no reason to think there was more than one dead person. If only we'd taken it more seriously as a possibility, maybe this could have been avoided.
I'm sorry. This is my fault. I had information that could have been helpful, but I held back. I should have brought it up right away.
I'm partly to blame as well. I was too quick to dismiss Odette's concerns.
What is this about? What have you two been getting up to behind my back?
Sounds like there's some big news you've been keeping from the rest of us. Well, we're all ears. I'm the dead person? Wow, that's certainly news to me.
Odette and I talked about it yesterday, but we thought it just wasn't possible, so we left it at that.
Yeah, I don't blame you. If I'd been there, I probably would have reached the same conclusion. Let me just try and verify this. I just scoured my memories trying to think back to the afternoon Miss Odette, but I honestly have no recollection of dying. That's where I'm different than Mr. Schramm.
Having seen Mr. Mitya a few days ago myself, I also find it hard to believe he could be the other dead person among us.
Well, if it is...
If you don't mind me asking, Traveler, I believe you mentioned that you know Tonia's brother. Had you ever met her before all this?
No, never. Wait.
Now just 1 minute. I know where this is going. You're in the hot seat, and all of a sudden you want to divert our
Trying to pick a fight, Mr. Chuganov? Whenever you open your mouth, all you do is attack people, and I've had enough of it. If you don't want to engage...
You!
Did Mitya ask about Tonia because he I suppose I only
I'm just saying. You're going around. I can vouch for her.
Oh, really? You're telling...
Since being here...
If Chuganov can vouch for her, then it... Miss Odette, could you go over that afternoon with me one more time? When you found me dead?
No problem.
No matter how hard I try, I just can't remember anything about dying. But I do remember something else. Miss Vojanitsa, during our last meal together, I told you how some of the researchers were suffering from temporary memory loss. Do you remember that?
Oh, yeah. You said it was hindering the progress of your experiments. You thought they were just under too much stress or something.
Right. And even though I don't remember dying that day, I'm pretty sure I experienced something like amnesia. Some of my memories from that afternoon are missing.
Are you suggesting you're missing the memory of your...
Of course. How am I only just realizing this? Humans aren't necessarily aware of their own death.
You mean being silently assassinated, or dying in your sleep? Situations like that?
The researcher's amnesia. Suddenly it all makes sense. I must thank you, Odette. I think your perspective just helped me reach a breakthrough on a series of issues that have been troubling me for quite some time. All right. It's decided then. I'll be the one to leave today.
Oh, leave? Hey, wait a minute. Aren't you rushing into this? What if you're wrong? You'll pay with your life.
Come on, kid. Aren't you gonna fight for your life? This seems like a rash decision.
I have other reasons beyond what's been discussed. In fact, thinking back, I remember during Miss Odette's performance, while I was sitting in the audience stalls, a brilliant new idea from I can't remember it now at all, and I didn't take any
No. Hold on. There's a glaring...
I believe Miss Odette's account. During the period where my memory is blank, I must have been either dead or in a similar state. All it would take is for the...
But...
There's no evidence to suggest that anyone other than me is a candidate for the deceased. So allow me, as a scientist, to treat this as an experiment. Please relax, everyone. I don't think things are as bad as they may seem. If I really am the deceased, then to leave the theater will be a relief for me. If, on the other hand, I'm still alive right now, well, apparently you've all witnessed my resurrection recently anyway. Who's to say I won't return from the dead again this time?
Mitya's right.
What is a scientist if not someone who gambles on experiment after experiment in an attempt to obtain the truth? With this snowstorm, the ley line phenomenon, ghosts of the dead, and my amnesia, we've been paralyzed by not knowing and powerless to do anything about it. It's a terrible feeling. But if I do get resurrected, you can be sure that I'll come back with the truth of all this. Just you wait.
Poor Mr. Mitya. Maybe it's a good thing that Maybe it's the realization that, at the end, come to think of it, you could take it a step further. If I make it out of here...
Without regret, I feel like a strange sense of anxiety has been quietly...
Are you okay? If something's bugging you, let's talk about it. There's only a few of us left here now. After everything we've been through,
I have a travel companion named Paimon. Alosha and Odette have met her before. She's been feeling
You're worried about her, aren't you? That makes sense.
To be honest, I used to feel like I was just a spectator in this world, watching everything that happens from the side.
Descent?
But with Paimon by my side, over time, she loves eating. Over the last few days that we've been apart, I've often caught myself wondering, what? But by the time I snap out of it, the conversation has already moved on. And I'm trying to overcome this.
I bet she misses you when you're not there as well. I don't know if this will make you feel any better, but back when the water imps left Snezhnograd and I could be surrounded by people all smiling and having fun, and still feel completely separate from it. So, later on I started to think, maybe accepting the fact that our loved ones won't always be with us is something that takes a lifetime. All we can do is cherish their companionship from moment to moment. So, once we get out of here, you better hurry back to our side as fast as you can. You can't let your story end in regret. That's the trope I hate the most.
Thank you. That's exactly what I needed to hear.
But Vodyanitsa, if you hate goodbyes too, why didn't you leave with your people? That's just like I said before, our songs have but does a story exist without someone to read it? to me, so I made the
Could you teach me how to understand?
a fan after.
Okay. I've never heard that one before.
Color me impressed, Tonya. You're a keen listener. Most people can only tell if a song is happy or sad. I didn't think you'd be able to pick up on such specific details.
So, what's the song about then? Come on, tell me.
I've actually never performed this song in the theater before, because it has more of a ceremonial purpose for our... It means something like, "May those we have lost watch over us, and follow this song back home in the night, so that we might be reunited."
No wonder I could hear that sense of longing. You sing it for loved ones who have passed away. I hope it reaches them.
It's getting late, Tonya, and you're not well. We should all turn in early. I suppose there's no reason to keep watch tonight.
Okay. But, before I go to bed, could you sing that song a couple more times for me, Vodyanitsa?
Of course. Anything for my #1 fan.
Once I get out of here, I definitely don't plan on ever coming back. But I guess that means I'll never get to hear Vodyanitsa sing again. That's a sad thought. Before I fall asleep, I should cherish this moment of companionship. Where am I? It's so dark in here, and I feel kind of dizzy. Huh? What was...
Return, O spirits. Fulfill your oath of protection.
I'm alive.
No time for questions. Quick, over here. Turn on the switch. All right, we're safe. Sort of. I know it's hard, but you can't let this place go dark, or she'll kill you again. Yep. Luckily, I was here to resurrect you. Otherwise, that'd have been a real...
A bit more than a bummer, I'd say.
Sure I do. I'm your guardian spirit. I specialize in soul recall. Oh,
Thanks.
All right, there's no time to waste. We need to reach the next switch before the place gets too dark. If we bring the light back, Night Prayer won't be able to get to us. Sweet, sweet light! Shh! It's Night Prayer. We need to move quick, but don't let her notice you. Look out! like this. Not on my...
Even though it's not permanent, dying is definitely not a pleasant...
Great. You're back.
Yeah, thanks to you.
Time for you to get out of here. Quick.
What about you? You're not coming with me?
I can't. I've already been used up. A guardian spirit's skills are finite. I might not look I can go no further.
Why didn't you tell me sooner?
Because it wouldn't have changed anything.
But...
Go. Now, before it's...
What do you need, sir? How could this happen?
Well, I guess there's no need.
This wasn't supposed.
Take a long, hard look at yourself before you go around accusing other people. I suspected you on day one. And you, little hunter, ever so content with staying on the sidelines. Yet, you were the one who stopped us from leaving from the start! Why are you—
Now you're just lashing out indiscriminately. That's either a sign of anxiety or a guilty conscience. Where was all this passion and bravado before? Decided to fight until the bitter end. Is that it?
Is that a
After all the trauma of the past few days, everyone's been pushed to the breaking point. Valeria and Mitya aren't here anymore. Someone else needs to step up and take charge. But first, I need to think this through. Considering everyone left, who's the most likely candidate for the deceased? Of those who remain, people are easily but Mr. Chuganov. Tonya, how's Tusser?
Tusser?
Your brother Ajax must have mentioned me in his letters home, right? Did he say anything about a blonde traveler?
No.
Chuganov, looks like it's your turn.
I knew you were behind this, Chug. Everything about you is fake. That night, when I infiltrated your place as Lelik, I noticed you were home alone. Didn't think much of it at the time. Just thought everyone else was out. But thinking back on it now, that doesn't seem very likely. My guess is, you live alone, don't you?
Even that was a lie? But why would he lie about having a family?
Curses!
The reason I'm always... It's not a very... After a while, I felt myself... So one day, he agreed. We got to the theater.
Oh, Tonya.
When I woke up, I couldn't find my brother anywhere. But there's no way he'd leave me behind.
Tonya, it's...
Yeah, I know. I understand now. After all of that, it turns out I can't blame my brother after all. I was the one who abandoned him. I'm sorry, everyone. I realized this much too late.
Your name probably isn't even Tonya, is it? Didn't that ever strike?
Well, when I was little, my brother and I, when we escaped, so when you first approached me and said my brother had, I thought he must have chosen a...
At least your memory of death. Now it's your turn.
Yeah, the truth of the matter, my daughter's name was... After Iskra passed, one day when I came home from work, I soon discovered that...
Nothing more than a pathetic... So explain your false...
The night before last, combined with her the snow cough, but the year... That was the So, poor Miss Tonya, therefore, had to have been from an era when...
So, you projected your...
That doesn't make any sense. You knew she...
How can you just declare a living person dead and throw them out into that snowstorm? Mitya's gone. My good buddy the others I can make my peace with. But little Miss Tonya, here she is, standing right in front of us, alive. I just want her to live. Once this snowstorm is over, the very moment it stops, I'm going to march out that door and find some. I'll be damned if I'm gonna let you cast her out into the snowstorm before I have the. Not again! Not this time! Not when the cure is right within our.
Mr. Chuganov, by the sounds of it, you've known I was dead. I really liked Mr. Valeri, Mr. Mitya, and Miss Vodyanitsa. I'm not happy.
No! Listen to me. I want to see.
Well, at this point, I'm quite sure that I'm dead. Despite all the bad things that kept happening. Since the day I escaped that hospital until I'm very fond of you all. If it were only Pop. And that's why I'm not fond of you at all, Mr. Chuganov. It's them that you owe an apology to. Well then, I suppose this is it. It's time for my—
You're leaving already? It's still early. Don't you want to stay?
No, thank you. My name is Patashka.
Feels strange that we're only being properly.
Tashka.
What are you doing, Chuganov? Are you crazy?
Let me leave. I can't keep lying to.
In your dreams. Don't think you're getting off that easy when you had a hand. The Fatui have helped. I think we should leave. I doubt this snowstorm is ever going to stop. For all we know, this storm might have destroyed all of Snezhnaya by now. Maybe.
Wait, we finally solved the mystery of the haunted theater today.
Fair enough. I don't particularly feel like dying
And yet you won't let me die first.
Hey, Chuganov, on a serious note, if we do make it out of here, you should close down that.
Is this really the time to be discussing my fact? All right, fine. I'll shut it down.
Am I hearing things? There it is again. But I don't understand.
Should we open the door?
Is this it? If the last few days are anything to go by, whatever lies beyond.
Hey, everyone.
How are you doing?
Much better, thanks. Whew, it is so good to have you guys here. Let me see. Tonya and Vodyanitsa died last night. And then you discovered that—
Not Tonya. Patashka.
First, tell us how you made it back here.
You're right. The thing that got me back safely was a song. I heard someone singing. After walking into the snowstorm, my mind grew hazy. I don't know how long I walked through the storm before my mind completely slipped away. Then, suddenly, I heard the sound of singing. The voice instantly brought me back to my senses, and I regained consciousness. So I followed the voice, searching for the source of the singing. I searched and searched, until finally, just a few moments ago, there—
I've actually never performed this song in the theater before, because it has more of a ceremony. It means something like, may the—
That must have been Vodyanitsa's Requiem. Who knew it actually worked?
That song is meant to guide the souls of the dead. Me too.
Huh. No kidding. Seemed like I guessed right then. When I first stepped out of the theater, I was still quite lucid. My memory of it is still pretty intact. I remember the outside world being— I don't know how else to describe it. And as for the Requiem, but I didn't experience a clear—
You don't seem any different to me either. And both Shram and Patashka were clearly deceased. And yet their souls didn't look or...
This raises a truly terrible thought. Dreams can't... The Requiem calls... Mitya's soul was summoned, of course. Then maybe we've all...
Yes. I think that...
What did you say?
You heard me. We died in the theater. All of us did. But due to an obstruction in the theaters, it's ironic, really. All that time, we were working so hard to figure out who the deceased among us were, when the truth was... Do you remember that note, "Death is near"? Death was nearer than we wanted.
So all our attempts to survive, our search for the deceased...
Hard to say. At the very least, we helped 2 lost souls find clarity, and the presence of those 2 is probably what caused our souls...
If what you're... no wonder.
That's further proof that those aren't physical bodies at...
Am I really dead? This doesn't feel real to... No, that's impossible.
I still find it hard to believe that...
Not even knowing how we died is preposterous.
Exactly. It's hard to rest in peace when you don't even know how you died. I racked my brains trying to remember... Wait. Hold on. Right before I lost consciousness, I think I saw I can't remember. And I think I lost my notebook and pen.
Mitya, your hand. Is that blood on your fingers?
Huh? You're right. There's blood on the fingertips of my right hand. Looks like it's already dried. When did that happen? What the... I guess... this was what I saw. What's wrong? Do you
It's... Renova. Huh? Alosha, do you still remember that Snezhnaya? It was about the Grim Reaper. When someone's about to die, and as soon as you
I heard a similar tale when I was little.
That's right. In which case, death is near could also mean that...
Death, the deceased... When I first saw this note, I thought it contradicted the investigation report.
So the Grim Reaper deliberately misled us. Then...
By that logic, the one person identifying the Grim... No doubt about it. Looking back at how... Is it you, Alosha? You were the first to discover the investigation report, and you had plenty of time...
So? Surely you can't suspect me based on that alone. What if someone else found the investigation report first, slipped the note inside, and then put it back without...
There's no denying it. The note could easily have been slipped in much earlier than it was discovered.
That's not all. I've also noticed that although on the surface, looking back now, even though you didn't say...
What do you mean?
You were the one who emphasized how dangerous it was outside and insisted we all stay here. It was also you who suggested that we all sleep in the same place. And earlier today, you tried to convince Patashka to stay. I don't understand why, but it was out of character.
So, you didn't understand my intentions, and now you're assuming the worst. Seems pretty unreasonable if you ask me.
He still won't admit it. Fine. Let's see how he responds to the most damning evidence of all.
The biggest question I have right now is, if the Grim Reaper is impersonating Alosha, then where's the real...
No, nothing That's right. Right at the start. When all this began, right after the performance ended, it wasn't until we discovered the bot, but it's clear now that...
Right. So Mr. D...
And if we pinpoint that Alosha.
More precisely, Alosha never came back.
Not bad. Well, since you've backed me into a corner...
Alosha?
You're the Grim Reaper?
I am no such tired cliché. Mortals should address me as the ruler of death. Before being wiped out for good, you identified the two deceased, and even sensed my presence.
I heard you can ferry souls. Those deaths each night. Were they your doing?
Your initial conclusion was correct. Due to the existence of the two deceased, the ley line, every night they devoured an equal number of souls to fill the void. This required no intervention from me. Though, here, take a look.
What are you doing?
That takes care of today's too. Don't get so worked up. You are already dead, and your souls must—
I know we're already dead. You murdered us, didn't you?
Murdered? No. Murder is when mortals usurp my authority. Death is my jurisdiction. If I require someone to die, you simply met the criteria.
I know about the curse of immortality. So you cursed us? When? And why would—
So often, humans pray to me, begging to know when their death will come, and what form it will take. But few people ask why. If you—
So you're not gonna tell us the truth?
Hold your tongue. By all rights, you shouldn't even be allowed. Those angels from the past are to blame for the reckless renovation of the ley lines here. It's
work? So trapping us here, making us watch our friends die, that's just another dick—
You clearly have a lot of questions. Fine. As a reward for your remark, after the physical body dies, the soul must return to the ley lines for that person's death. My work encompasses the entire process of death, including, naturally, you must also be rather familiar with Natlan's Night Kingdom, I presume? It was I who supported the creation of the Night Kingdom. It provides— Here, too, the ley lines connected to the theater underwent some modifications. But this actually hindered their ability to accept ordinary souls. This effect manifested itself after you died from the curse in the theater, leaving you stranded in the afterlife. Unable— But if souls who die from the curse of death fail to return to the ley lines within a short window of time, then they will remain forever suspended between life and death, no longer subject to the—
So if you don't resolve this matter soon, and see all our souls return to the ley lines before long, we'll escape your control.
Mitya Sharp. This must be what Renova was— But if you have the authority to guide souls, why didn't you just show yourself and get it over with? Why hide—
You seek to understand the mind of a god. This is a theater, and I decided I wanted to watch a show about death. I found myself getting quite immersed. I suppose the entertainment you provided makes up for all the trouble you've caused me by being so defiant in the face of death. There.
Can't say I am.
Really? But it fits the stereotypes you humans have about gods.
Just moments ago, you were complaining about how infuriatingly complicated your— Work is work, I get it. There are times when it's a huge pain, but you just have to get it done, right?
That's a rather unique perspective for a human. You are in fact correct. There is a pain point in this case. Due to the obstruction in the theater's ley lines, there is a hard limit. Revealing my identity too soon would inevitably have led to futile resistance. And there was a risk that any souls who chose to run would disappear. Then there was the issue of the two lost souls you called the deceased. The way you resolved that quandary—
That's what I don't understand. If all of us were souls of the dead, what made their presence among us special?
For centuries, they have refused to return to the ley lines. exploiting the issues created by the angel civilization to resist being centuries of obsession accumulated during this process. It reached the point where I could not afford to leave it unchecked. But the only way to fix it was to help them acknowledge their own deaths, make peace with their... Only then, with my guidance, could they finally return to the ley lines. Otherwise, you would not like to know what the consequences would have been.
I vaguely remember seeing Batashka, but in the most terrifying form. Was that in a dream? Is that what would have become of her if she hadn't returned to the ley lines?
I see your dreams brought you many revelations. So you see, anyway, giving psychological counseling to lost souls is not my strong suit. That is more of an angel's role. It was something I could not resolve directly using my... Meanwhile, of course, their presence caused the souls of other members of your party to return to the ley lines each night. From where I stand, that was killing two birds with one stone. As both issues slowly resolved one another without me having to lift a finger, all I had to do was stay close by and keep the situation under control. Then use my authority to wrap things up at the end. And, of course, while I was at it, I thoroughly enjoyed watching this drama, dealing with death from a mortal perspective, play out on the stage.
Sounds like you had it all figured out, Grim Reaper. I just did the math. You said there's a hard limit to the number of souls the ley lines here can receive each day. It's 2, isn't it?
That much is obvious, even to a fool.
It's time to review this whole affair. If the ley lines can only take in 2 people per day, I need to go over the deaths from these past few days again. Looking back now, none of us had the faintest idea at the time. From the moment that staff member named Dimov walked into the snowstorm, the incident had already begun. Let me... No. No. Let me go... Alosha was the second to walk into the snowstorm during this process. During our first night in the theater, everyone was caught up in the novelty of it all. No one could have expected there would be victims the very next morning. Despite all the confusion, and with the help of hindsight, we finally began to realize that something was amiss with the snowstorm. The ley lines devoured... Odette and I spoke a lot that night. 3 people were on watch. But in the morning, we discovered that someone had fallen victim all the same. The deaths of coolish, unexplainable we discovered that there seemed to be an extra person among us, and subsequently discovered the existence of the deceased. He thought it was all Mr. Schramm, a lot happened. The fact that there was more than one deceased seemed to bring us back to square one. Odette revealed some information she had been keeping to herself. As it happened, Patoshka filled the girl I thought was... Vodyanitsa was, come to think of it, Patoshka was, and Renova. Looking back, no one could have expected anyone who walked into the snowstorm to return. But just after nightfall, Mitya returned, bringing crucial information with him. Various truths began to surface, including that all of us were already dead, and that the ruler of death was here among us. Then, after revealing her true form, Renova callously claimed 2 souls. In fact, everyone was already dead by the time we took the photo. And now, only... That covers everything. It's all clear now.
Your work isn't finished here yet, is it? The Traveler and I are still standing here, safe and sound.
The Water Imp's song threw things off a little, but it is of no consequence. The ley lines have already anchored your soul, and the first ray of light tomorrow morning will take you back. I, meanwhile, need to review my attitude towards the Water Imp race.
So the reunion in the night that Vodyanitsa mentioned, I suppose that was never meant to be a permanent reunion.
That just leaves you, Traveler. My power only allows me to temporarily separate your soul from your body. And your soul is firmly anchored to your body by your will. For a descender like you, who is not bound, I have no interest in involving myself with descenders. For now. Although, this may change if Asmodee remains missing, or you insist on interfering with our affairs.
One last question then. All our struggles and sacrifices here, they were meaningless from the very beginning, weren't they?
Death abides no reason. Besides, what you call to me, it is nothing more than a self-indulgent charade in the face of...
Grim Reaper, you really know how to get on my nerves.
I'm not here to ingratiate myself with you. I kill merely because your deaths are necessary.
Oh, you've made that quite clear. But humans don't take well to being scorned. Not even by the gods.
This is futile. You must know that you are powerless against me in my own domain. I suggest that you save your strength.
For what? Maybe we can't change anything. But if nothing else, we can at least teach you to have some respect for the dead.
Audacious.
How are you holding up, Odette?
What happened?
How much do you...
What do you mean? Is the performance...
Has Odette already forgotten? Mitya?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Don't you remember anything?
Yeah, I remember now, comrade. Looks like just like me when Odette found me at the Armory Palace. For some reason, everyone killed by the ruler of death eventually, just with one catch. They forgot what happened while they were dead.
Odette and the others have already forgotten everything. Why were you...
Could this be the reason? You said this is the ruler of death's symbol, right?
I don't see anything there.
You don't? Huh. Okay, I guess that makes sense. I carved this into my hand in the afterlife, so it's not visible in the physical world. Does that mean I carved this symbol into my soul? What an unsettling thought. Still, at least I get to remember what happened. I suppose it's a blessing in disguise. What about you, though? The ruler of death mentioned that you're a descender? Is that why you can remember?
A full explanation would get complicated very quickly. But that's essentially it.
Well then, now that it's all over, let's figure out what we've learned. The first thing I notice is that everything here is precisely as we left it, right before our deaths. This confirms that time passes differently in the afterlife than in the real world.
They say that right before death, time slows down, and your whole life flashes before your eyes.
That must be how you know you have one foot in the afterlife by that point. Anyway, clearly the few days we spend in the afterlife probably... This also aligns with previous reports of widespread temporary memory loss. To those unaware of the truth, dying and coming back to life must feel similar to a short bout of catatonia. This leaves me with a couple big questions. What are the conditions that trigger this so-called curse of death?
If nothing else, I think it shows that killing us wasn't her ultimate goal. We still don't know her...
Right. This time only got complicated because of the situation with the theater's ley lines. That's why she had to approach it differently. If the previous incidents of amnesia among the researchers are anything... Come to think of it, wasn't I about to note something down? I can't remember what it was, but... I think it was something related to my... Sorry, Traveler. I'll catch up with you again later. Right now...
Sir, if I may, no one of your description has ever shown... Yet, you two seem very familiar with each other. Could you perhaps tell... And, by the way, have we ever crossed paths? Forgive the presumptuous...
I can explain everything. Could you help me get...
So, you said I promised. Agreed.
Rev the engines!
Nice and cool. Natland doesn't have places like this.
Full throttle! Try and stop me! Rev the engines! Show no mercy! Adventure time! Try and stop me! Fulfill our pact! Let's light it up! Teamwork is strength! Light of the blazing sun!
How could this be?
engines! Full throttle! Rev the engines! Try and stop me!
It's time to sleep.
Full throttle! Rev the engines! Full throttle! Hip. Hup. Try and stop me! Full throttle! Rev the engines! Bring it! Full throttle! Yeah. Show no mercy! Target the sky! Full throttle! Try and stop me! Ad Astra Ep. Ad Astra.
Thank you for completing today's commissions.